Hi, welcome back to Killing Crickets. It's episode 9. Hi, I'm John Caparulo.
And I'm Brian Shinanigan. Hi.
And we're here at Wise Guys in Las Vegas, and we're going to be watching some comedy, doing some comedy, and hopefully it goes well. But if it doesn't, that won't be a surprise. So it's how it goes, man. You feeling good? Are you going?
Yeah,
I
feel good about this set. We got a couple of great guests today.
I don't know if you noticed, like before I go on stage, I don't like to talk to anybody.
I know, and I know that,
and I know you, and
I know that.
Because a lot of times you'll go before me.
Yeah.
So you have this sort of like, I understand I could get chatty too, especially once you get that sort of energy rush. But I'm always like, dude, because I'm trying to zone in on it, and I get it. It's awkward because you'd be standing there right next to me. And it's like, how do I can't talk to you, and I would never want anybody to feel that way, but I just want you to know that's why I'm being a dick. So,
but I know that, I know that. Sometimes I should know better.
Please just don't take it personally.
No.
Because
you're getting ready for work.
I'm just anxious before I go on, and I'm always trying to obviously listen to whoever's on before me and see what's going on and see what they're talking about, what the crowd's like, all that stuff. So yeah, it's how it is. So, and that goes for anybody who, when you come to my shows and I'm walking in and they're like, look, there he is, and it's like, why are you surprised? You came to my show, so why?
My picture was on the wall.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. But anyway, we're gonna be doing some more Killing Crickets comedy. You guys are gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be a great episode, and if it's not, I don't have to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Right?
So we'll stick around. Comedy, interviews, coming right up. We'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah. Hi. Farts are funny. I fucking. It is. You ever have a moment like when you're in your car by yourself and you're at a stoplight and like you realize like the person next to you is watching you because I'm laughing hard at my own farts. It's like I'm by myself and I'm like, it smells like a fucking litter box in here right now. I'm gonna die. It's fucking. I should roll down the window and kill this guy. It's a fucking. I think I have cancer. It's like why is this so funny to me? And it is. Till I'm getting in the shower, and later that night I realized, I shit myself. That's what I've been sitting in a puddle this whole time, and that explains a lot. Now I feel better. What the fuck is wrong with me? Fucking comedy. It's a good time. It's a good way to make it through life, man. Fucking, talking, laughing at some fart stuff with strangers. It's a good time. Really. I'd be fucked if I had to do anything else.
How's it going, everyone? Good. My name's Evan, or if you're an Instagram user, you may know me as Stairway to Evan. Or if you're a hot girl on Instagram, you may know me as Blocked User. I had this one girl on my Instagram, and she used to always share pictures of her boobs, all the time. But then she had a baby, and now she just shares pictures of the baby. If you just had a baby, I want to see your boobs now more than ever. Right? Put the baby away. I want to see the twins. But all in all, I'm happy that my cousin had the baby. Worked out. I'm originally from Boston. And whenever I tell people I'm from Boston, they always say the line. Oh, you're from Boston? Say the line. So I'm going to say it once, and then I don't want to hear anything about it, okay? The British are coming. It's a very revered line. I'm bald, but I haven't got a new license in a while, so on my driver's license, under hair, it still says blonde. So technically, I'm legally blonde, right? Cue hair flick. We're trying. I have a girlfriend, but she's not with me here because she goes to a different Wise Guys. One in Canada. You guys haven't heard of it. She has tattoos. Do any girls in here have tattoos? I like girls with tattoos because it shows that they're not afraid of commitment. Or small things poking them repetitively while they lie there. Listening to shitty music. I also know my girlfriend's a hard worker because I met her on an app called Grindr. Her clitoris is huge. And her ovaries just hang there. It's nuts. It's nuts. Sometimes I overeat and I overthink at the same time. It's a lot of food for thought.
All right, joining us on Killing Crickets, we have Evan Connolly. Thanks for finally being here. Actually, I'm surprised it took us this long.
I'm pumped to be here.
You're one of my favorites here. Actually, Wise Guys. I really like your. I love your writing style. I think it's really fucking smart, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's really good.
It's smart and it's dry, and you don't care if some of the stuff you're like, like that one bit where it didn't really land. You're like, I'm doing the punchline anyway.
Yeah, I love the because I love tags,
mm-hmm.
and I love how you can because I love the way you're able to. I mean, you dig. I love when you get to that one final layer where they think it's like that's the last tag, and then you really drop the floor out like with well, what was the one that really got me?
The cousin one. Yes.
Dude, that was really funny, man. That's really funny.
I started thinking that like sometimes if you just say it in a rhythm, with the right rhythm, it kind of gets them like and then hopefully hit the last one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
I don't take that for granted because not everybody can do that, man. That's really funny.
Appreciate it.
It's really funny. Do you write? Are you a solo writer? Do you write like with a partner or anything like that?
I'm just solo.
Solo?
I write a lot.
It's really good, man.
And Evan's a guy I know for a fact. He records and rewatches everything.
Yeah,
everything religiously. Studies it.
Okay. So you do like watching game tape or something, right?
Yeah.
So I started a new strategy for tags where I watch my tape and then I pause after every joke, and then I just try to write for a while there.
Wow.
So like kind of trying to see if I can come up with anything extra or a new angle.
Man.
But I just
that's gonna take you a long way, man. It really is. Because it obviously is working. I mean, you're actually like you can obviously see. Because I see you I see you once every few weeks or whatever when I come through here, and it always seems like you are able to, like it was funny before, but you're able to mine a lot more out of it each time, and really funny stuff, man. How long you been doing comedy?
So, consistently, in what I would credit, about a year and a half.
Okay, wow, really? It's wow.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I had a lot of false starts. I'm 28.
We all, man. I had my own false start when I was 19, so I didn't officially start as like 22. Almost 22. But so we all have that.
I had like 5.
That's normal. So it's normal for anybody who actually gives a shit. You know what I mean? Like, because we're all gonna go up and like you're gonna get up there and you're gonna go, oh man. I should be better than this, and then you kind of get scared off for whatever reason. It's and we're any comic, I think, in my time, and I could be wrong, but I always think like anybody who's any good at this is kind of in their head a lot. Like we torment ourselves a lot over a lot of shit,
over missed tags, over wrong wording, over missing a joke, so you get to call back.
People.
And nobody else knows but us.
Yeah.
But we still.
When was your first false start? When was that?
So I think it was 2014, and
Okay.
I grew up in Boston, and I took a class at the Improv Boston.
Okay.
And I went for it was like a 6-week class. I probably went to like 7 open mics after it.
Mm-hmm.
And then ever since then, it would be like once a year or something. But I grew up in a really towny area where people stick around and stuff. So it's like, it was always, when I was younger, more important to hang out with my friends and be funny to them and girls.
Right.
It wasn't until when I moved out here and I had no friends that it was like, stand up or UNLV were my 2 options. I needed to meet
But it's
people.
easier to develop as a comic that way too, because for me, when I was first starting, because my whole thing was I did my false start when I was 19. It was right after my sister got married. I remember my mom telling everybody at the wedding reception, "Oh, Johnny's going to be a comedian." And so then I had all these expectations. So then when I went and I sucked, it really, I felt like I had to tell people that, they were like, "Hey, how'd it go?" And it's like, not well. And so so the thing was when I finally decided to go back, almost 3 years later, I didn't tell anybody. I told my very best friend, told him, that was it. It was the only person who knew I was going to go do it. And it was better that way because I really just felt freer. And I was just able to go let's just let it rip. And then I moved to LA pretty soon after that. And it was easier to go develop as a comic when you're not worried about somebody showing up at the show or something like that to watch you struggle or watch you try to develop into something,
the proudest thing I am right now is I used to back out of going to open mics.
Mm-hmm.
Now I back out of not going to open mics. I'll literally be okay, I'm not going to go do it. And then when it comes, I'll be I have nothing else to do. And that's what I wanted, was to be away from friends. So it's now this is my social life. It's good day, bad day.
Yeah, I get it.
It's this or sit in my room.
Same thing for me, because that sort of used to be my thing. When I would go out with my friends or usually just hang out with my friends. We didn't go anywhere, but you get your fix of making them laugh and talking shit with them and all that stuff, and it's but then once you actually find sort of a get some stage time and start to get your legs under you as a comedian. Then you get that fix from that, and then it's much easier to make that your it really became my going out. My wife and I, our first date she came to shows with me in LA. That was it. It's what else do I do? So yeah, did you go to college? Did you say,
No, I was in the Army.
You were in the Army?
Yeah.
Really?
I was in the Army right out of high school.
Why do I have trouble seeing that?
I was a nerd job.
Okay.
I was an Intel analyst.
Okay.
So I didn't really do anything.
That's not
cool.
surprising. Okay.
Yeah.
But still, you still have to go through basic training.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not like Walmart. It's a level.
I just can't see somebody fucking
Boy
yelling at
Scouts,
you to do push-ups
intelligence.
and shit. Yeah, man,
But for me, the Army is just a normal job, so I don't wear shirts with flags and a bunch of writing on it, which is cool and I still have friends, but I didn't do anything. I didn't play. I worked at a computer and did security stuff.
Okay.
Which I'm happy with. I just needed a job.
Yeah, of course.
And then went back to Boston after that, and then hop around jobs, and now I deal poker out here.
You deal poker, really?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you deal poker?
Aria, right now.
Aria, okay, I haven't been there, but
I didn't know Aria had a poker room.
Oh, they're the best in the world.
Really?
Oh,
well, good ad for him, but I mean, but yeah, man, I think you're a really, really funny stand-up, but what you really have going for you as well is the fact that you're a really, really smart writer, man.
Thank you.
So, you also have that you're going to be able to pursue in addition, alongside. I mean, because you can always do stand up, but then if you have, if you're able to work as a writer too, man, it's sky's the limit, man. You really you got a lot going for you, man. Really funny stuff, man. Really funny guy. So yeah, I'm really glad you finally got on with us, and I hope you're coming back again.
Yeah, we'll definitely
talk
have
to
you
us
back on.
because I love your stuff, man. I really do.
Thank you.
So follow Evan Connolly at the link below, and we'll be right back with more Killing Crickets.
Yeah, god damn it.
Thank you. Oh, I know, bitch. I'm not Liza Minnelli. Don't start with me. Earlier, a gay man in law. Liza. What am I supposed to say? Thank you so much. Fuck you. No, my name is Seth Robichaux, so it's a pleasure to meet you, pleasure to be here. I should explain, Robichaux, I'm from the South. Now, aren't you from the South? Yeah. Where are you from? Florida. Oh, you are the rich bitches. You know what? I know you are, because they're Miami Beach. I'm from Louisiana. Oh, have any... I'm so sorry. Oh, no, have any of you been to Louisiana? Oh, no, it's awful. We are the hemorrhoid of the United States. Oh my, no, these people, first off, they're so dirty. Never sleep with anybody from New Orleans. You understand me? I'm talking to you. You understand? You're from Louisiana? Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't come near me. I knew I smelled something. No, listen, you're so adorable, actually, which is rare because you know most of them are ugly, so you're adorable. No, but no, don't ever sleep with them. First off, they're ugly. Second off, they are so dirty. I went in the Mississippi River to catch a fish. I caught chlamydia. They are, yes. And my hometown, get this, now you're gonna know because you're from Louisiana. My hometown, if you ever heard of this place, is called Cut Off, Louisiana. You can't make this shit up, I'm telling you. No, we are literally cut off from the rest of civilization. These people, oh, they are so nuts. First off, they're so dumb, they can't spell mom backwards. And yes. And then they're so prejudiced. Oh my God, they are so prejudiced. They snuff the gays like me out in the womb, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, the doctor, beep, beep, beep. It's a gay, get the priest. They didn't know the priest was gay too. So Oh yes, I went to private school. Didn't you go to private school? No, you did. Oh, I gotta fill you in on this crap. Oh my God, listen. First off, private school. They are so there's, like I said, prejudice. They are having conversion therapy in the chapels down there, but that's okay because I ran my own conversion therapy in the dugout. So, yeah. Well, it's tough dating in the South. Damn it, you know what I mean. Are you straight? Oh, of course I know. I said the blue jeans, the t-shirt. Well, actually, you're not fooling me. I'm from the South. I know. Wink, wink. No homo. Meet me in the bathroom. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing. He's like, get a room, bitch. No, it's true. And I also in private school. Wait, you're gonna love this. I was an altar boy. Oh, the room got quiet. Do you want to see me as an altar boy real quick? Yes, okay. Follow my lead. Father, what's this? It's not Father, it's Daddy tonight. But as the priest said, that's the light, so get the fuck out of the chapel. Thank you so much. I'm Seth Robichaux. Good night. To the straight man, I love you. You're a good sport.
All right, we're back. Killing Crickets. Joining us is Seth. Say your last name.
I know,
Robichaux. Okay.
It's Southern.
Wait, is it? I didn't see it anywhere spelled, so I'm guessing. Okay. Is it CHEAUX?
Yes.
CHAUX. No E, but you're close.
Oh no, E. Okay, so AUX. Okay.
Yeah, we were too poor to afford the E when we came over.
I understand.
From the old
yeah, letters are expensive.
They are. On Ellis Island. They charge.
Well, thanks for joining us, and you're very funny. It's the first time I got to see you. Really funny stuff. How long have you been doing comedy?
Pleasure. I have been doing comedy now since 2019.
Okay. Now, did you start here in Vegas, or did you start somewhere else?
No, I'm originally from New Orleans. Well,
yeah.
I'm originally from Cut Off, Louisiana. It's my small town.
Yeah, you mentioned that up there. Okay.
I started doing it in New Orleans in 2019.
Okay.
For the pandemic. And then, but before that, I used to do kind of like improv comedy because I was in theater since I'm 12. So.
Okay. And you. How do I ask this question? Do you always have this look on stage? Is this always your look?
This to the mailbox.
I mean, because it's glamorous and it's twinkly, but your act wouldn't work without it. You know what I mean? Like you have, because it really sets off the whole vibe. It's awesome. It really is. I love it.
Thank you.
You got a very Joan Rivers delivery.
Well, I'm honored.
Absolute
Thank you.
compliment.
Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, I love the old. I love Joan. I love Phyllis Diller. I love all the old really divas. All of them. So they're the best. So this is always my own stage look, and the makeup. I don't go to the mailbox without my makeup. I mean, that is the honest to God true story. Because
I do.
I'm thrilled for you because I wake up and I look in the mirror in the morning and go, oh my God, I thought there was a man sleeping with me, but it was me. And then I have to touch it up, and then I'm like, okay, we're back to normal.
No, seriously, like it's really you're that. particular, like when you leave the house?
Oh yeah, I do hair and makeup every day. It's just, it's a look I kind of got used to in high school, because really, a lot of people think it's because of the gay thing, but no, it's actually because, when I was in high school, I always wanted to look glamorous. Well, when you're in the South, looking like a hooker is what looking glamorous is. So and so I started doing the makeup and everything, and then eventually this is all, on the stage act. But I don't wear these in the supermarket. No, I do wear just velour.
Okay, I mean,
Subtle.
Just
way to tone it down for
subtle
for the grocery store. But that's no, because so when you started, what's comedy like? Was there a scene in New Orleans? Is there enough places to do comedy?
Now there are. When I started, there really weren't. They really came to fruition. Oh
fruition.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
I didn't pass in school, so fruition. They came to fruition during and after the pandemic really happened. So before that, when I started, the first open mic night I ever did was in college, because I went to school for theater, and so I just saw they were having an open mic night one night, and I said, well, I'm gonna go try this, because I had always wanted to do they call it back in the day, like when Sinatra was doing them, nightclub acts, but now it's just called a variety show. I always wanted to sing and do comedy and do impressions, because I impersonate people as well.
And you said you've been acting since you were 12. Is that what you're saying?
Acting since I'm 12, and then I started doing my own act, a variety act, when I was 19.
Really?
No, 20 actually. 20.
Okay. How old are you now?
I'm 22, turning 23.
Okay. So all right. I was gonna say, it was like it can't be that long.
It was very quick.
Right, but still, I mean, but since you were 12, like to start anything when you're 12, that's I mean, because I didn't start shit.
I started singing Genesis.
Well, they wanted me to fish, and I got really bored. So
I can imagine so, yeah.
So that they got from my mother. She said, well, go put them in theater.
It's a waste of those pants, really.
It's a waste of pants to the legs.
Go fishing,
I know.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I could maybe in the heels, but not the pants, for sure.
Yeah. So wait, so stage acting or...
Stage acting, I started with stage acting, and then when I got into college, I did some film acting, but mainly stage acting.
Okay. Yeah. And I like we just met, so I don't want to be I don't be a fucking idiot with questions, but
you're not. No. Please.
Okay, so the characters you play, on stage or whether it's on film or anything, as an actor, do they run the gamut, like as far as the type of character, or you generally around?
I take it all off for a character.
Okay, so because the reason why I'm saying is like I always have been one. It's like if somebody asks me to play this guy, I'm good. They can give me a different name, but it's like it's pretty much this dude. So that's why I'm just wondering. It's like because you do seem like you're not. You have a very unhinged expression, which is awesome. Because like most people, myself. Most people have a certain a limit where you kind of you pull it back. Especially in front of an audience or whatever, we're just all naturally like that. Whereas I love when I see somebody like you who's just the comfort with yourself and everything. You just let it go.
Just
That's
out
fucking
there.
awesome.
Just
That's
out
why I'm
there.
wondering where with acting is like I could imagine if somebody asked you to, I think you could probably play a wide range.
Well, thank you. When it's acting, it's really weird, right? Because if anything, like I said, the mailbox, full hair and makeup. But acting, I will take it all off for a good role.
Yeah,
I will take the nails and everything. I take it off for a good role. Now, I've also been offered to play hookers occasionally, so I just have to keep it on and show a little more. That's it.
I mean, that's where we
don't
all
get
start.
typecast.
Right? Don't get typecast. Don't ever get typecast. No. Oh no! #me too.
Because I had to run an audition on tape last night for a movie where they wanted me to play. I don't even know why they thought of me for it. They must have known me as a comedian, but they wanted. It's a New York accent. It's a guy who's a New Yorker. So I had to. I basically slated myself at the beginning. I was like, look, I'm John Caparulo. I'm 5'9". I live in Las Vegas. For anybody who's from New York, I want to apologize in advance because I don't want to offend anybody. I know this is terrible and I have no idea why you're asking me to do this. So I fudged my way through several scenes of, New York accent, that sort of, just the D's and Do's. Like I tried to think of remember the husband on Cagney and Lacey? That was the guy I tried to play. Bob. And I just, but I mean, I've always known that about myself. It's like, I don't have a range really. Like I can be this dude really well, but that's it. Whereas, I somebody who's got that sort of background like you have, and just the unhinged expressiveness, I think is fucking awesome. I really do,
Thank
man.
you so much. That means a lot.
It sounds weird, but I'm like, I've always been jealous, envious of people who can do that, because everybody has a certain, where you just limit yourself. You don't go all full bore and with who you are, and I just think it's fucking awesome. Man.
Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really love people, and so anything. My old motto. I'm so old school for 22. I'm so old school with that old showbiz. Like, give the people what they want. So if they want me to play a lesbian, I'll play a lesbian. If they want me to play a farmer, or if they want me to play type to Seth, then I'll do that too. But I just love it all, and like I said, I love to sing, and so if I'm like that person at the party, like once I've had a bottle of wine, I'm like, get the piano out, let's start singing, throw some leg, and I just love people. It's
you obviously, so from a young age, you knew this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was like a calling. Like, there was because when I grew up in a small town, like, in all seriousness, there was either you hunt, you fish, you play a sport, or you get pregnant at 10. Or 19, whatever. And so...
No, 10 was more right. I feel like 10 was right.
10's Alabama. That's what Louisiana.
You're 12.
We're 12, at least. So...
That's what it says on your license plates, I think.
Right. And so... I think it does say that on your license, get pregnant at a certain age. But, or you're an old maid. And really, that's how they are. And so, but I didn't have any of that to calling. So then I was, like I said, I grew up, I was an only child whenever I was first born. I did get siblings eventually, but I grew up watching very old musicals. And so that's really what enthralled me, with show business, because musicals kind of have song, comedy, dance, acting, everything. Mm-hmm. So, and then as time went on, I got to see old, Phyllis Diller and Bob Newhart and Joan Rivers, and I got to see and Don Rickles, I love Don Rickles. And so I got to see all the really great comics. There's certainly great modern day but I grew up, like I said, I was raised by my grandparents when my parents worked, so I grew up watching listening to the older comics.
We talked about it with one of our other guests, with Joan Rivers. Another one where it's like, I don't, it's one of those things you get a call and you're like, oh yeah, I'll do it, but you're like, how the hell did that happen? I ended up opening for her back in 2000. It was 2003 or 4. It was at the Cannon Theater in Beverly Hills in LA, and a lot of times when you see somebody who's like, who's done comedy for a long time, who's somebody at this place where she was, she'd been doing comedy at that point for probably at least 40 years.
Oh,
probably more than that. Yeah. And you expect them to kind of fall off by then a little bit. Man, she was one of the most impressive just performances and impressive comics I've ever seen. Because I remember she was great when I was a kid, watching her go in for Johnny Carson and replace him, but brilliant. And you have a lot of that vibe with your delivery, the way you sort of you deliver your line, and you kind of you step it off. I love it.
You have a little bit of flair and like just like the poses. Like when you pose, it's like it's just perfect.
I know. I wish I could deliver a punchline.
That was funny, bitches.
Man.
It was perfect.
Deliver a punchline and go.
Hey.
I tell you, who taught me the perfect pose was Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah,
and if you know who
she's got a
Carrie Fisher's mom,
Yeah.
Debbie Reynolds, and she used to have an act in Las Vegas where she did songs and comedy, and she used to do punchlines and do the perfect poses, and she always said it's important to learn the most perfect pose after a punchline. And so I studied that, how to learn a perfect pose. I always loved that.
But man, every time I see you, you're a whirlwind on stage.
Oh, thank you.
I've never seen you have a bad set. It doesn't matter if you're early, doesn't matter if you're late. Like you get the people going.
Thank you.
You're a tough act to follow. I know that.
Well, and you're doing.
I was glad there was a guy between us. I was like, man, I don't want to go into that fucking brush fire. So because energy.
Because I know a lot of your bits, but like I also know when you're like, oh no, I'm going over here and I'm working on this, or this, I found this in the audience and I'm gonna do this instead, and
I love crowd work.
Yes, you're such the way that you went at that guy tonight on the thing.
Poor bitch.
But it was. Everybody else in the whole place was like, yeah, that guy's a bitch. Like in the whole
because here's the thing, it's comedy. Take a look at how I'm dressed. Yeah. Do you think I take myself completely seriously?
Well, and you're self-deprecating too, which is it's like nobody can ever think that.
And it comes from my look comes from a very serious place, but in all seriousness, Come on. I mean, it's like I look like I belong to the cast of Golden Girls, and I'm the only one who hasn't died yet. Rest in peace to all of them. But
I'll give you a Rue McClanahan on that one.
Yes, totally. Someone
yeah.
told me I looked like B. Arthur the other day. I said I am never wearing plaid again. No.
I wouldn't go.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I
was very traumatized.
Oh my god.
Only your hands are big enough for that.
Yes, the hands and the feet, maybe the feet.
Sorry, that's
she was great. They were all great comedians.
It's one of my
They were
favorite roast
fantastic.
jokes. We were talking about that with Jeff Ross. What was it? Sandra Bernhard. I wouldn't fuck her with B. Arthur's dick. That's one of my favorite. That was brilliant.
Oh, that's great.
But so anyway, really, we really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah.
Thank
really,
you.
really funny stuff. We'd love to have you back.
I'd love to be back.
And,
I'd love to be back.
Well,
Thank you, guys.
we'll definitely see you here again.
We'll do it again. And now the end is near. Okay.
Oh, I knew there'd be a song.
Follow Seth online.
So I face.
We'll have the link below where you can follow Seth online.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back with more Killing Crickets.
Thank you
so much. I've been doing comedy almost 26 years, and it is, I'd be really fucking assed out if I had to pick something else. Even in entertainment business, I couldn't imagine even with acting. I was watching 12 Years a Slave. Every time I watch one of those movies, I always think how desperate are the white actors for work? You know what I mean? I'd be a fucking mess on the set, dude. Action, bail that cotton, boy. Cut. Dude, I am so fucking sorry. I don't want to do. They wrote it. I don't want to say that shit here. You can whip me. Can I buy you lunch? What the fuck? Why am I would hate doing it. I wouldn't want that part at all. That sucks. But it's I couldn't do it. Well, I couldn't even do I remember when I lived in LA, this was years ago. Remember that show Punk'd, the Ashton Kutcher show? I remember they kept bringing me back to audition for a season of that show. They wanted me to be on that show, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking do this. It's not fun. As soon as somebody starts crying, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep it going. She thinks her dad's dead. I'm not gonna do that. As soon as somebody starts crying, I'll be like, I'm just playing. That'd be the name of the show instead of Punk to be like, I'm just playing. What the fuck, man? I couldn't do that shit. I guess it's just I always think when it always seems like a sad moment, in movies, and shit like that. If somebody's acting career doesn't work out, some chick will start stripping. I wish I had that fucking option. It's like, oh man, I'm broke. Well, guess everybody's gonna have to see my dick now. All right. Well, I'm sure I'll make a few dollars from that. I couldn't imagine wanting to trying to make money off of that. Fuck, I couldn't imagine trying to attract anybody that way. I've never thought to send anybody a dick pic. That wouldn't be something I'd try to get somebody attracted to me. My dick's usually something I want you to overlook. It's I have other qualities, is what I'm saying. I couldn't. I couldn't be a criminal either. That, people always act oh, that's the easy way out or something. That takes fucking commitment. I was reading a thing recently, where, I didn't realize bank robbery was still a fucking thing. People still are man, I'm broke. Well, they have all the money over there, so let's just go take some, all right? Why don't we do that? I thought bank robbery went out with, being a pirate. It's once people realized, people didn't carry all their valuables on a boat, it just didn't seem that fucking lucrative anymore, when are you gonna hijack somebody's boat? We're like, all right, give me everything you got. We're like, well, we got some life jackets, and some bait and some beers. I don't know, we're just fishing, but, I couldn't do that. I couldn't fucking rob a bank. You imagine the balls it takes to fucking rob a bank? To walk in, with a shotgun, and be like, all right, everybody on the fucking floor. Somebody would be like, what? I'd be like, nothing. I'm just playing. All right. Yeah. I did comedy too. It was better than last time. Definitely. I think I did what I wanted to with that set. I was glad though. I was actually glad that because of what we were talking about at the beginning of the show with my fucking swamp ass. I was glad that TC went before me. He was doing his bit about farting at Walmart or something, and it was easy for me to just walk up there and, hey, so farts. I
too have farted.
We're already on the subject. It's easier to bring that up because I don't know if it's easy to bring that up if the person before me was talking about anime. You know, I mean, it could have been it could have been a different experience then. But yeah, it was it ended up like it was good. I love that they were coming because if they weren't with me from the start on that, I would have had to go to something else. But they were with me. They because it is kind of just that moment of just it's funny. You're laughing, but you're laughing at the fact that you're laughing. I mean, because it's like funny that I'm in the car by myself, and why am I laughing at my own farts? Like, it's not like I'm playing a prank on anybody except me, and I'm just in here smelling my own ass. It's fucking terrible. But
in that bit on stage, like, you were giggling up there, like, so, like, you were like, I was like, he's genuinely enjoying this bit. I was like, you are really laughing at your own farts right now. And I'm like,
because that's what I was doing before I went up. And I know, I'm in here fucking shitting this room up.
And me knowing it, that just was like, this is so fucking funny to me because I know.
It was a really current bit for me. It was just like, let's just
right to the stage,
take
baby.
This experience up there and have a good time. And that's usually when your bits are the most fun is when they're fresh. And it was. And then from there, I was able to. I guess I could transition into it was a little clunky, but I transitioned into the thing with the other jobs, and I wanted to talk about the punk experience that I had because it's a real story. And then in the bank robbery, it was. Altogether, I think it.
No, it was great, I'm sorry.
I couldn't imagine the balls. Like one of my favorite movies, like at least over the past 10 years or whatever, is have you ever seen the Place Beyond the Pines? Yeah, great movie. And it's like when you think about it, like just the idea of I just to gear yourself up or to go into like a bank and be like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and just that whole everybody on the fucking ground, like. It's like if I was able to do that, if everybody didn't just fucking drop at that moment, and anybody question me, like what? Nothing. I'm sorry.
Like some people on their phone, crushing
this was
candy,
stupid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go get a job. My bad. And I just.
I guess I should have started at liquor store first. I'm sorry, I went too high. I shot too high, too fast.
You just think because when you like bank robbers in the fucking 1800s or something, it's like it's easy. Okay, so you just got to get the guy to fucking who's got the combination to the safe or whatever. But it's like there's so many fucking like tracking devices fails. Like you just wouldn't think that anybody would actually still go. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna demand cash and I'm gonna get away with it and I'm gonna be all right afterwards. Like nobody's gonna track me. There's cameras fucking everywhere, even on the street corners now. It's like it's not. Used to just be you have to worry about the camera at the fucking bank, but it's like you got a bunch of them following you out the door.
And then the traffic cams that get you driving away and all that stuff.
But somehow that's still a thing. It's still somehow banks get robbed a lot, or at least maybe they just want to tell us that so they can, the banks themselves can take our money, which is always a possibility.
Yeah, they're really the ones robbing us.
No, come on.
Overdraft fee. I got no money. You charge me $35 because I got no money. Come on.
Yeah, right. So, like how long does it take? Why I hate when they give you that. This will take a week to 10 days. Like what takes that long?
Yeah, nothing.
Why does anything
in this day and age?
For the check to clear or something like really, it's right now.
You guys are so cut off from the other banks that it takes 7 to 10 days. I can send a wire transfer instantly.
Right, exactly.
But everything else,
my deposit goes right in, no problem. But if I want to,
But what is this money that you want? What is this piece of paper? I'm like,
yeah, whatever. We should rob them.
But did you do everything you want to do in that set? Like, did you hit all the points and all that stuff?
Yeah, it went well. I think it was.
No, it was. I thought.
all
I
right.
felt. I felt you could have done another. 2 or 3. You were on top right there.
Yeah,
you
well, I
really-
mean, it was one of those times where you just quit while you're ahead. But no, I wasn't sure how long I had done, and this is still one of those things where it's like, even though I can do longer if I want, I just number one, I don't like to be a dick to everybody else, but I also am like, for the audience, there's a thing where it's like if they're watching a different comic every 3 minutes, and one guy comes in there and running 10, 12, 15, it feels a little bit out of place, and it's not as the crowd even gets like, why is this guy it shouldn't, so it doesn't feel right to go in the midst of a bunch of 3-minute sets and do fucking 15 or something. So it's best to keep it. I think I probably did like 7 or 8 minutes. I don't know, something like that. So,
you were only like 6 or 7.
Yeah, it was a good
Because like I said,
length
from
of
where
time.
you
Get in,
usually
get out,
are,
yeah,
like
done.
I was like, oh, he's like I was like I felt you had like another segment to go through. Because
Well, I mean, I could if like I said,
you could have.
I think it's better to keep it shorter in this format. Plus, for what I'm doing with caplets and everything like that, it's always been better to try to keep it concise, cover some ground, get your call back there at the end like I had, and let's yeah, it was a good time. We got the win. Let's go. So, yeah, love it.
But still, good set. I honestly, just overall, I think it was a great show.
Oh, right, that was mediocre. It was another episode of Killing Crickets in the can. We had, I thought that was pretty interesting when we were saying about that earlier. About that, just I thought his. I'm just bullshitting because I don't even know what I'm saying.
I was like, oh, he's so real.
Anyway, thanks for joining us on Killing Crickets. This outro has nothing to do with the episode because we're just recording this to say goodbye. So, goodbye. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Stick around, follow. We'll see you next time on Killing Crickets, and we're out.
Yep.